behind the wheel. We're going downtown in the middle of the night. We're laughing and I'm joking and we're feeling alright. Oh, I bet I'm nationwide. Yes, I bet.
Good afternoon, this is Butch Popeye Moss with Texas Biker Radio. You know, it was Jake Carrizal, Bandito Jake Carrizal, that told us to keep your bike clean, good working order, be a professional. That's exactly what I'm doing today. We should all strive to do this. We're going to talk about where we're at today with the trials that are going on in Waco. And remember when Abel Reyna said, 4 days after all the arrest, "Wow, they better come talk to me." Oh yeah. Guess what? Jake Carrizal has spoken, and now Scooter Bergman has talked to Abel Reyna and said, hey, guess what? We're not taking your deal. So, after much deliberation, thinking, and knowing that a campaign is on the horizon, Abel Reyna please, Mr. Broden, please, Mr. Broden, can we have a continuance of 180 days? Please. I've got a campaign to run. But I digress. Abel Reyna is now officially in hiding. There may not be any more biker trials until after the primaries on March 6th. So, Abel Reyna is running from himself. Abel Reyna is running from what he created. He's held bikers, innocent bikers, hostage for almost 3 years now. For almost 3 years. And for 3 years, he has ignored people that have actually committed a crime. From what I understand from Casey Gotro, there is video evidence of crimes committed. The people in McLean County have got to be saying, WTF. Now he finds himself in a situation with a credible candidate that's nipping at his heels, Barry Johnson. We've spoken to Barry Johnson. We think he's the real deal. He understands that an investigation was taken away from the police department. People with the skills to do a proper investigation. Early on, we didn't understand what was going on, but now we understand that the investigation was turned over to amateurs in the DA's office. The people in McLean County have a decision to make, whether they want to continue with Abel Reyna down this path of self-destruction, or whether they want to start anew and actually look at this thing the way it was supposed to be looked at. Scooter Bergman, Jake Carrizal has set a standard for all bikers. I don't care what club you're a member of, or even if you're an independent, there's a standard that has been set. You don't plead guilty if you're innocent. Period. If you have committed no crime, you do not plead guilty. There were people at Twin Peaks that had a right to be there. They were exercising their constitutional rights to meet peaceably. Now that peace was disturbed by another club, and in our view, in collusion with law enforcement. that is yet to be found out. And maybe it will be, maybe it will never be found out. But the right thing needs to be done here. It'll save everybody heartache. It may save McLennan County money. And in the embarrassment of continuing to try and convict innocent people. You know, what's going on here is a Hail Mary by Abel Reyna. He thinks by delaying these trials that he's going to get some type of evidence out of a federal trial that's going to be going on in San Antonio. You know, they're going to try in some way connect that or look for evidence that connects this to Twin Peaks. Those are two different things. One is people that did something they shouldn't have done. The other one is a political meeting by a group of bikers. There was no collusion. There was no call to be in a certain place by any motorcycle groups, and we have proof of that. If they want to go down that road, go down it. But we do understand that the connections they're trying to make between regular street gangs and motorcycle groups are unfounded. You have to make a real stretch to make that connection. Are there people out there that do bad things? Yes, there is. Are there people out there that do stupid things? Yes, there is. But it doesn't incriminate the whole group. And that includes law enforcement. And we know the truth of that too, don't we? Yes, we do. Law enforcement is guilty of more of these type crimes that they describe that bikers do than all the motorcycle groups put together. It's just not true. Otherwise, it would be in the news every night because they love to vilify bikers. They're easy targets. They are easy targets. But we're going to prove that that is not the case. That there is a huge difference between a motorcycle club and a street gang. And like I said on one of our radio shows, go tune in the Netflix show Dope. Oh yeah, this is a free advertisement for it. Go tune that in. Watch the first 30 minutes of that. You will not find a motorcycle club out there that looks, talks, acts like that group. Not one. I haven't run into them. In all my years of riding motorcycles, that's 70, I'm 70 years old now, been riding since I was 8. I've never ran into a group of bikers that talked or acted like that and did those type crimes. Does it happen with a few individuals? Yes, it does. And like Sheriff Bill Wayburn said to me, well, a few bad actors can't spoil a whole group. Exactly. Exactly, Sheriff. That works that way for everybody. It works that way for the motorcycle clubs. It works that way for police officers. It works that way for the public in general. There's bad actors everywhere. Hell, go to D.C. Our Congress is loaded with bad actors. Our Senate is loaded with bad actors. We call them outlaw public officials, which includes law enforcement all the way up to the president. And you're going to use the FBI as the standard after they have been politicized after the Bundy trials, where they were caught hiding evidence again and again and again. Oh, does that sound familiar? It should. It's been happening down here 100 miles south of here in Waco. And we're not finished with that yet. Just because he's going to delay things doesn't let Abel Reyna off the hook. Because he's one of those OPOs we're talking about. Hang with us, guys, because we're going to be coming back with a news brief. We're going to try and make it more on a regular schedule. Oh, by the way, Barry Johnson, the man that's stepping up to run against Abel Reyna, is going to meet with the bikers, speak to the bikers in Mott, Texas, February 4th, 1:30 p.m. Join us there. We invite all bikers to come. Even if you're not a biker, come to the American Legion post. I think I'll get the number. I have that posted below this video tonight with the address. You are invited to come. Please do listen to what the man has to say. And he's not going to let Abel Reyna off the hook either.
Drink some beer. Well, we jumped in our truck for a midnight ride, and we're heading to the bar to drink some beer. Drink some beer. Yes, we're heading to